Personal link with Orcal. This is probably just hearsay. Orcal is called a prophet and is considered by all and is respected by all citizens. He received the title thanks to his prophetic wisdom in times of hopelessness, establishing Zion and laying the foundation for everyone's survival. No one knows where he came from or who he truly is, but that's not important. Orcal built a personal link system on Earth as he needed a stronger way to see his city. Not much is known about the device built to Orcal's design. The most important thing is that he knew of and informed the citizens of Naytiba natural disasters time and time again. So either he's connecting to a satellite or he's connecting to the space colony. I think one of my conspiracy theories about this here from the PS5 was that Orcal was already connected to the space colony, like throughout the entire game, with his personal link, and that's the reason as to why he was able to get so much information like from the sky, you know. But he could also be connecting to like a satellite, for example, and just be getting like images and like what is it called in English again? Like hypothermal like imagery of like moving warm-blooded animals or stuff like that, you know. Or however and whatever method that they have for intercepting and noticing living beings. It could also just be that, because we have to remember, before Demogorgon and Demograwler are gone, the entire Earth is basically absent from the network's connection up to the colony. At least that's how the events of the game go. So saying that he had a connection throughout this entire time kind of like is on a very big conflict with the facts that we know. So I think I abandoned that idea quite a long time ago. How could he see Naytiba trends? We know that the Sentinels captured a few Naytibas alive in order to update the personal link system. Those Naytibas have never left the presence chamber, so they must have been dealt with physically in a biological laboratory. For example, this was done entirely in secret. It had to be. Now I think this is literally just... They are literally maybe procuring more corpses or more living Naytibas to either inject more Naytiba blood into Orcal so that he sustains his life, or he changes his bodies at certain intervals. But more than likely it's probably the blood is likely the case. Because, you know, the Sentinels like inner circle, or the innermost circle of the highest Sentinels, like Captain One, for example, like he knows who Orcal is, you know, or what he is, you know. Very likely that he does. The Zion Sentinels announce requisition of goods smuggling punishable by confiscation. A community spirit of sacrifice and the unity to overcome difficulties is now more important. The Sentinels have announced by decree that they will start requisitioning... What? Yeah, it is requisitioning, right? They will start requisitioning supplies, the 41 types of materials being requisitated. This is one hard word. Requisitioned. Being requisitioned include gear, nano-elements, and polymer materials. Any unauthorized trading of these materials will be subject to confiscation on the spot. I actually got a new idea about this that I have never mentioned even on the PS5. This is a new theory, or hypothesis. Because of the materials in question, nanomaterial, gears, and polymer materials, these gears are required to upkeep and create airborne squadron members and angels androids bodies. We already know that Rafael Marx, aka Adam, has created rail, seal, and shale. This basically means that he was either giving he either gave an order to Orcal himself that these kinds of materials have to be confiscated because he needs them in order to upkeep the airborne squadron members in case of like emergencies, for example, like what happens with Eve at the start of the game, in order to be able to, you know, nurture them back to life and actually like work with them in collaboration for the, you know, interspecies fusion that he looks to achieve with the Andro Eidos angels, you know, Andro Eidos airborne squadron members. That's probably the reason as to why this order likely comes from Adam. That would make a lot of sense. Sentinel Captain Mannoter. This measure is necessary to catalog this and stockpile spare supplies. All affected citizens will be compensated fairly. We ask for your full cooperation during this process. This also is very much Adam. Citizens will be compensated fairly. Like, Adam also would definitely do this. Like, the Adam that we know in this game would definitely compensate with some practical, like, rations of, like, medicines and, like, provisions, I suppose, to anybody in need who has these kind of materials also confiscated from them. So this actually makes total sense with the Adam we know. We ask for your full cooperation during this process. Zion has survived thus far through the Prophet's vision and its close-knit community. Your civic duty, and remember that we cannot face the Naitipas alone. I'm gonna buy this, but I'm not gonna read it. Good luck next time. This one is actually one of the most important texts also in the game, from what I remember. Well, all of these Eve protocols texts are. Scavenger Eon's third note on Eve protocol. I had an epiphany. Come to think of it, Mother Sphere doesn't make mistakes. Maybe this is how Eve protocol is meant to be. Killing the Elder and taking back Earth might be a pretext for some ulterior motive of hers. She intentionally made these angels to be complete morons. She isn't dropping another colony because those who are left on the surface still have roles to play in her plan. Mother Sphere is flawless. Everything is designed on purpose. We just don't know what that purpose is. My guess is that Mother Sphere is performing a sort of experiment. She wants to see how these incomplete angels will evolve here on Earth. Maybe she's just trying to create a truly new humankind for the sake of our species. Mother Sphere is... There's a lot of truth on this text, on every line of it. I think my own constructions of this game's backstory, and particularly the alter motives of Mother Sphere and Raphael Marx, they align perfectly with this guy's text. Like, I also believed with my, you know, interpretations of this game's lore and stories, also that the reason as to why Mother Sphere is... okay, well, the reason for Mother Sphere not dropping another colony, now that's different, because that's something that she felt like she was forced to do when the colony's orbital elevators, or the colony was being invaded by the Naitipas who were using the orbital elevators to climb that high in the orbit to, you know, enter the space station. So that was the reason as to why she dropped the part of the colony, because it was infested with Naitipas. But that's something that this person doesn't know. However, the fact that, you know, everything is designed in purpose with Mother Sphere, I think this person is right about that. I think the reason as to why Mother Sphere... the reason as to why Mother Sphere intentionally does not want the Eve protocol to be very effective with their strategy, or, you know, their practice, is because she wants the Eve protocol members, or particularly our Eve prototype, our Eve as the protagonist character, to learn from the humans that live in these harsh conditions. And she wants our Eves, like nature, her cognitive skills, her social skills. She wants her, like, she wants her morality, her compassion, her, like, human traits. She wants those to evolve as much as a normal humans can, you know? And then when she feels satisfied with our Eve's progress, that is when she will finally, like, be like, okay, I'm done playing around. I have created, with very authentic design, an enhanced human species that I can be proud of. And then she's gonna reclaim Earth and re-establish a new human race born from the posterities and the cultures of the humans that were before, you know? It is in her way, she wants to mimic the old humans as perfectly as she can. That is the reason as to why our Eve prototype is learning to become a human in many ways than one in this story.
For a cutie like you,
And that's the key
I'm
also.
willing to go beyond my reach to get what you want.
Right, how many bitcoins do we have? 71, that's kind of a lot. I think I can get all of these easily. I could also read the descriptions on these outfits, but I'm gonna read that next time. I know I'm gonna wear all of these, so... Can I get all of them is the question. Yeah, I can. Kaya also sells... Wait, what? It's a new outfit. Okay, maybe I don't have enough for everything. Yeah, that is new. This is with the PC release. More stuff to wear. Okay.
Oh, honey. Are you leaving?
Fucking finally I am leaving.
That's a weird thing to say.
I guess jokes aren't really your forte. Ta-ta.
I haven't worn this yet, either. Oh, wait, I need to construct... I see. So I bought the blueprint for the suit, but I didn't buy the suit. That's how that works again. Fucking of course.